Hey guys, Laura Francis from laurafrancis.com.au, your mindset and online empire creation mentor. Voila, I'm back. I have not been feeling the vibe at all to do live streams, and so making myself do them means I'm doing stuff that's out of alignment, or does it just mean I'm excusing my way out? Who knows? And so anyway, all that's irrelevant because I'm here right now, and today we're talking about feelings and emotions and how you actually tap into those so that you can call in everything that you want, basically. Just give me 1 second. I just want to pull over my laptop and get that organized. It'd help if I had a mouse handy, but clearly I don't. Just bear with me a second. Doesn't want to work. There's my mouse. That'll work. Okay, right, so I'm back. I have a contact in my eye that's playing up just a fraction, so seeing things is a little bit difficult, and I'm already fucking blind. What? So the topic of this is your emotions and feelings determine your actions and create your thoughts, which become things, right? And to be able to take aligned actions, or actions that are aligned with calling your desires into your reality, you need to know how to manage your emotions and your feelings. So I am going to discuss with you, hey Kathleen, I'm going to just discuss with you today a couple of things that you can do to actually, thank you darling, I'm going to discuss with you today a couple of things that you can do to help you to be able to align your actions with your desires, and to be able to own to fully manage your thoughts and feelings so that you can call your desires into reality. Okay. Now, I guess one of the things that people really struggle with, or that they struggle with the most, is knowing what questions to ask themselves when it comes to knowing exactly what it is that they desire in the first place. All right. And I'm running a program at the moment called Mindset for Manifestation, and that's certainly something that's been coming up. I've been getting audio messages and emails from my clients in that program, and they're asking me, like, I just don't even know the right questions. So I'm actually going to do this video here, but I'm also going to share it with them in the Mindset for Manifestation group as a bonus training. But I thought this is something that you guys could benefit from greatly, so I wanted to drop it here first. So I guess firstly, when it comes to knowing what it is that you truly desire, you need to think about, and I've got my notes here so that I don't get this wrong, you need to think about one thing that you really want, and that you really want right now. It can be something you want to have, something you want to do, something you want to be, etc., etc. But it must be something that you really truly desire right now. Don't worry about something that you're desiring in 6 months, 12 months, 10 years down the track. Something that you desire now to be able to call into your reality. So I mean short term, so like in the next 30 to 60 days, right? So that you want it to be in your reality within the next 30 to 60 days. So, you know, you've probably wanted this thing for a while now, and you likely haven't even you've likely tried to call it into your life, but you haven't had much success with that. So what is that one thing? What is it that you really want in your life right now? So just get below the surface stuff, of course, but what is it that you really truly want to bring into your life right now, to call into your reality right now, that try as you might, you haven't been successful at calling it into your life previously, okay? And then I want you to use the following journal prompts to ask yourself, like to draw out of yourself exactly what it is that you want. Exactly the feelings and emotions, that go with what it is that you want. And we'll be talking about the actions that you need to take also. Now, I know this process actually works very, very, very fucking well. It's a process I've been using for quite some time, and each time I use it, you can guarantee that if I stay focused on it and if I stay true to it and I remain consistent with taking the actions aligned with calling that desire into my reality, it can't not work, right? It doesn't not work. Let's put it that way. So the first thing you ask yourself, the first question to ask yourself is, if I already knew without a doubt that I was going to have, do, or be that thing that you want, and you had no worries about it happening whatsoever, how would you then act, right? So what are the actions you would take? Who would you be acting as? And I don't mean like pretending to be someone that you're not, because we all know that goes against the grain of being authentically you, which, you know, goes against the grain of everything that I teach. But how would you act? What actions would you take? So, you know, for me this morning, let's pull up my journal, which I can't because it's not in here. But so for me this morning, I asked myself this question because there's a particular thing that I am seeking to have, to call into my reality, and it's not yet a done thing, so I need to make sure, excuse me, having notifications come through, I need to make sure it is a done thing, so I need to get really crystal clear on what it is that I desire and feel into that, etc, etc, etc. So, what is that thing that you really desire to have in your life right now? What is it? It can be a big thing, it can be a small thing, but irrelevant of the size of the thing that you desire, the process is exactly the same, right? It doesn't change. The process remains the same. So, if you already knew, without a doubt, that you were going to have, do, or be that thing that you desire, and you had no worries about it happening whatsoever, how would you then act? So what actions would you take? Would you show up more? Would you expose yourself to more people? I mean, let's just say that, and I don't mean nudity, obviously, although if that's aligned with your desires, you know, then I guess that's it. But, you know, what actions would you take? So for me, this morning, my actions for the thing that I want to call into my life is to show up more online, to speak more directly to the people that I actually want to call into my reality, to the ideal soul level clients, to put myself in front of more and more of them by showing up in different ways on different social platforms, to increase my visibility, basically. Speaking more clearly to them in a language that really resonates with them, which we should all be doing in our messaging anyway. But when you're after something specific, then as I am with this particular desire that I have, then I need to change my languaging ever so slightly and target that particular soul level client more succinctly, okay? I would also be acting as though what it is I desire is already a done deal. So I would be operating from a place of believing wholeheartedly that that thing that I desire is already real, and I would be showing up as the person in my life, the person in my life, obviously, as the person who has already achieved said desire, right? So, does that make sense, Kathleen? Have you got any questions on that, darling? If you do, just pop them below. I don't know if anyone else has jumped on the live stream, but if you have, please send me some love. And Kathleen, if this is resonating with you, please send some love hearts through, because I love the love. You know that. Okay, cool. Now, once you know exactly what that thing is that you desire, right, you need to, obviously, to find out what that thing is that you desire, you need to go below the surface level layers and get down to really what it is that you desire. And don't be extraordinarily broad, specific with it. Keep it a little bit broad so that the universe can still play its tricks, play its hand of cards in the background and deliver to you exactly what you're supposed to have, right? So you want to be specific, but not overly specific. and once you know what it is you desire, and then you ask yourself, if I already knew without a doubt that I was going to have, do, or be the thing that you desire, and had no worries about it happening, how would I then act? And once you've done that, then you need to write this question into your journal. I now choose to... So then you write the actions that you have written down with question 1. So for me, like I said, it was show up more online on certain social platforms. So I would be saying I now choose to show up more online and make myself more visible to my ideal client. I now choose to speak more succinctly to my ideal client who is XYZ person, right? In this case, in this instance, it is women who are either just on or just below, I should say, the 6 figures per year, but really would love to be smashing $500,000 in the next 12 months, know that they can do it, but they just don't quite know the steps to get there, right? So I actually have a specific message and offer for those particular women right now, and so I would choose to take actions that we're going to make to align me more with them. Now, once you actually say that I now choose to said action, right, so writing down the action, you need to declare it, but you need to feel it, right? You need to feel it. When you feel something, when you really put the emotion into it, when you feel it from your fucking heart space, you feel it in your gut, you feel it in your groin, when you feel it all through you, that is actually speaking like the language of the sexiest goddamn love to, and might as well be speaking Latin, right, to the universe, because, you know, Latin's pretty sexy. But no, you might as well be speaking Spanish to the universe, because that's a language of love, right? So when you actually feel the actions that you're declaring that you're going to do, that brings you much closer to being able to manifest what it is you desire into your reality. And so once you've declared that you now choose to take said actions and you feel into that, the next question for you to ask yourself is, so for me, for example, how would future Laura, so how would future, your name, how would future Laura Francis feel if she knew she could have anything that she wanted whenever she wanted it? And so then you need to list off your emotions. And I did actually ask this question in the group earlier this morning. How would future you, and write your name, how would future Laura, how would future Kathleen, how would future Maria feel if she knew she could have anything that she wanted whenever she wanted it? So what feelings would go with that? Would you feel fulfilled? Would you feel gratified, satisfied, untouchable, complete, like a fucking queen, which is what I wrote. I would feel like a true fucking leader. Not that I don't already feel like a leader, but I'd feel like a true leader to these particular women, right? I would feel love. I would feel all sorts of things. So what would you feel if you knew that future you could have absolutely anything you desired whenever you desired it, right? And so once you've actually gone through and you've listed off all of your feelings, and like I do mean list off all of your feelings, don't cap it. Don't sit there and go, right, I've listed out 6 or 7 feelings and just fucking stop there. Just let your pen do the talking for you. And so I really do want this to be a writing exercise in your journal, unless you're one of the few of us who just can't flow when you're writing and you need to type everything out, okay? So how would future your name, feel if she knew that she could have anything that she wanted whenever she wanted it, right? And so list out every single emotion that comes up for you, right? And even if that is, you know, slightly scared, or you know, whatever else comes up for you, list out all of those emotions. But we really want to focus predominantly on the positive ones, but we also need to accept and be aware of, or become aware of and accept and embrace the fear-based emotions or the lack-based emotions that come up for you as well. But with the next part of this exercise, we're not actually focusing on the fear and the lack part on the negative side. We're actually only focusing on the positive side, right? So once you've written out your list of emotions, take all of the positive ones and then you write, I now choose to feel, and the list of feelings that you have. So for each feeling you would write, I now choose to feel abundant. I now choose to feel complete. I now choose to feel like a fucking queen. I now choose to feel like a fucking leader. I now choose to feel fulfilled. All of those things. I now choose to feel excited about delivering whatever product you might be delivering. I now choose to feel excited about working with XYZ person. What feelings come up for you, and then declare, I now choose to feel X feeling, right? So the purpose of this is to determine exactly what it is that you desire, call in exactly what it is that you desire, act as though whatever it is that you desire is already yours, and take the aligned actions every single day to call in those desires into your reality until it is received into your reality. Okay? So that's a little exercise I wanted to deliver to you this morning, and I was inspired to do that because of the questions from the ladies in Mindset for Manifestations, and one gent, I should say. Sorry, gent. And also to because it's a series of questions that I go through quite frequently, regularly, and it's a process that I actually work through on an almost weekly to monthly basis based on whatever desire I have that I desire to have fulfilled, right? So if you've got any questions on that, please drop them in the chat below, in the comments below. Otherwise, what can I talk about? Apart from the fact that I need a drink of water. Otherwise, if you don't have any questions, I will wrap up very, very soon. But also, I am running Mindset for Manifestation at the moment, and it's going great guns. There's a couple of people in the Facebook group. Most people are doing the work externally from the Facebook group. Don't ask me why. They haven't fully committed to that part of it. I can't answer. And this is to you people. But I will be running Mindset for Manifestation again around February. It's been really, really successful. There's been some massive wins and some big awakenings for the people that are in the program at the moment. So if you would like to know about Mindset for Manifestation and perhaps secure your spot for February, even though I haven't updated the website yet with the new date, I will be updating that site in the next couple of days, but I will drop the link for Mindset for Manifestation in the comments below. So for those of you who are watching this on the replay or even right now, if you want to check out Mindset for Manifestation, see if that's for you, and see if and join, purchase your spot so that you get in early, because I did actually sell out this program before we started for November, December. And we wrap up in 24 hours, I think it is. So if you actually are keen to jump in on the next round of Mindset for Manifestation, I don't know if I'll actually run it again in 2018 after February. I'll have to wait and see what vibes with me. But if you do want to jump on the next round, click on the link that I'll drop below, and if it speaks to you, if it resonates with you, if it's something that you would love to be a part of in February to catapult you from where you are right now to where you really want to be, so that you can call in absolutely everything that you fucking desire, click the link, purchase your spot, and I will send you details of the start date, okay? Apart from that, I'll be updating the website in the next couple of days with the next program start date. So that's it from me for today, and I just want to say to you, love, truth, and badassery. Remember, you have one life. Hit the fucking button. This has been Laura Francis from laurafrancis.com.au, your mindset and online empire creation mentor. Peace out.